I am now, the topic about this is about demand. So I'm going to make a demand to alert the buyers, the farmers who have a specific demand that I'm putting. So here you tap on demand and then you tap add. And then we begin by putting first the specific produce that you need. Let us say beans. Okay, beans is there. What is the quantity that I need? I'm okay with 120. What's the units that I need? 130 kgs. What is my supply frequency? The number of times I would want to keep on receiving it. Let me say every after 2 weeks. I would want that kind of supply frequency. Must be certified? Generally, no. Straight from the garden means transport, available transport. One can decide if they have to get the to get the produce, they can put needed. If they have the transport, they can put not needed. If they don't, then they can put needed. But for now, I would say I would want to get the produce from there. So which country am I targeting? Let us say I'm putting Uganda as the country that I'm looking at. Preferred districts of where I would want to get it from, I would say Jinja is one. I would also say Mbale is another. Let us say Arua also. Okay, so it shows there. Then I'm like, okay, good, add item. So having added the item, it will display here as my demand in terms of what I'm demanding from the market. The different locations that I would want it from. Locations, I want Jinja, I would want Mbale, and I would want Arua. So the word beans will go out there to see who in terms of the people advertising. Beans will get a notification of the buyer who is in need of beans. So here I would let Maria continue on her side. Yes, Maria.
Yes, thank you, David. I'm now sharing my screen. All right, so I am back to being a farmer, and I received a notification up there where you see a red dot having one. So you can either click there to see the notification, or you can come here to the bar down here having the word more. You click it and it would show notifications. So in tap notifications, it tells you a buyer is looking for beans. So now as a farmer, I am going to view buyer demands. So this list shows different demands that have been made by different buyers. And I am interested in beans because that's what I am advertising as a farmer. That's what I'm advertising. Let's say I've seen beans here, or you can, if let me say you're looking for something else like tomatoes, you deal in tomatoes, you would search for tomatoes and you would find your demand for tomatoes. Sometimes you can search for your produce. As a farmer, you can search for a produce and it's not there. That means it hasn't yet made, the demand has not yet been made for that specific produce. Like how you would search for, let me say, almond or groundnuts and you don't find groundnuts, it means the buyers have not yet demanded for it. But now me, I'm looking for beans since I got that notification. Yes, and I can see here that different buyers who have demanded for beans. I can see there's one who wants it supplied in a week, another one wants supplied in 2 weeks. Here, there's one who has transportation needed. That means they want me to have the transport, or not needed, they have their own transport. And So I'm going to choose, okay, we have something called a filter here. So at times you'd want to filter out, there will be so many demands for beans, and you want to filter out what you can handle as a farmer. So I'll click filter, and I can specify the country. I can, sometimes there'll be demands from other countries like Tanzania, Kenya, anywhere. But then for you, you feel you're capable to only supply to Uganda. So you can start typing Uganda. But I'm guessing, I think on our demands currently, they must be all Uganda. Yeah, they're all, but they're both Uganda. Let me look for, let me say, you can manage to supply in 2 weeks. So I can click here 2 weeks and I say apply. So the filter would only get those buyers who have demanded for the next 2 weeks, who want supplies in the next 2 weeks. So it filters out that. Or you can, let me go back and look, go to beans. I can filter out, let's see, transportation. I would want a buyer who has their own transport. So those who said not needed, when I click apply, to filter out the buyers who have their own transport. When they say not needed, it means that buyer has their own transport and will do it for themselves. So since right now I have David as a buyer, I'll go for this one of 2 weeks, not needed, 120 kgs. Then let's say I'm in ginger. So I can notify the buyer. So it says, you are about to notify buyers. Would you like to proceed? And I say, confirm. So it's notifying the buyer. So there's one thing I want to show before David comes on. At times you may find farmers who end up who want to notify buyers yet they don't have that produce. Now let me give an example of tomatoes. See here, view. And I click notify. It will tell me you have not advertised tomatoes. So I as a farmer, I won't be able to notify a buyer if I don't have that produce. Unless I have that produce, that's when the app can allow me to notify the buyers who have demanded for that produce. Okay. So David, I am going to stop sharing and then you can continue. You can show what's on your side.
Sorry, I was speaking while trying to explain. Okay. So this part here shall send a notification to the buyer. So now we can see that I've received a notification here that your demand for beans has been matched for a farmer. So you can also get it from here, the more screen, a notification whereby your demand has been matched. When I tap on this, it will take me to, when I tap on this message, it will take me to this list whereby I'm supposed to now make a bid based um, on what this person is selling. So when I tap on the bid, to show me the list of what the person does, but what the person has, but one can go to the description and understand what they actually have. So it is very vital that you give a description that is a bit reasonable, because most times buyers look at someone's description based on what is there. So when I move on, I now want to make a bid. I see this person speaks Luganda, English, and Toro. Of course, I understand English and also Luganda. So I'll be able to communicate with this person. But if the person puts something that they are not indicated, might be a bit challenging for the buyer to speak, but the communication might be a bit challenging for him if the farmer has indicated languages that he does. Probably he is not conversant with. So I shall come here to proceed with payment, making a bid. Let me see now, I want to make it at 3,000 and I'm interested in. 120 kgs. So the moment I tap on proceed with the submit, it will ask me for my annual subscription uh, for using the application as I indicated to you earlier on during the slide presentation. So I shall come here and I'll go with pay with Pesapal. So sometimes it takes a bit of time trying to load, but just a little bit of patience, then it will definitely show about uh, 4, 5 to 10 seconds, then uh, the payment will start loading, just as you can see here. Trying to get the payment gateway whereby we're supposed to make our payment. Okay, so you can choose between Airtel and MTN in terms of payment. Currently, me, I'm going to pay using MTN. So when you tap on either of these, depending on where your mobile money is, you can choose that or that. So when I come here, I'm now going to be using my MTN. I'll put in my number. So when I proceed, what happens? The payment app comes up. So I am going to give me a sec. I'm going to make payments in the background. All right. So the payments have gone through. I can now share with my screen. So you can see payment successful. So when I close this, now I can now submit the bid for this user. So when I do submit the bid, shows that the payment is completed successful. The bid has been sent to the farmer. So currently the person will be able to see what has been sent. So here I've received an SMS. You have sent a bid to approve the produce. So you will be notified in real time on what is there. So what happens is right now reflects here on what on the bid that I've actually sent to the farmer. So for me, I'm going to hand over to Maria to share from her side.